Welcome to World of Coins, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. Hello, coin lovers. Welcome back to USA Old Coins, the channel where we uncover the hidden stories, secrets, and values behind every piece of American history minted in metal. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that may seem common at first glance but holds fascinating details for collectors, the Roosevelt 1 dime of 1987. So sit back, pay attention, and get ready to explore this little treasure that could be hiding in your pocket change, coin jars, or old collections. The Roosevelt dime has a rich history. Introduced in 1946, it honored the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a man whose leadership through difficult times inspired generations. This coin was designed by John R. Sinek, whose initials, J.S., can be found on the obverse, just below Roosevelt's neck. Over the decades, the dime has become a staple in every American's pocket, but not all dimes are created equal. The 1987 Roosevelt dime is one of those that offers collectors both excitement and a chance to hunt for varieties and errors that can elevate its value beyond face value. At first glance, the 1987 dime seems ordinary, struck in a standard-clad composition of copper and nickel. But for a collector, the devil is in the details. The 1987 dime can exhibit several interesting characteristics. Some coins show minor die cracks, doubling, or slight variations in the placement of lettering. For instance, careful eyes often look for double dies on the obverse or reverse, where letters or numbers appear slightly doubled due to an error in the die during minting. Even small doubling on the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" can significantly increase interest among collectors. Another point that makes certain 1987 dimes rare is the mint mark variety. Dimes from Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those from Denver feature a small D near the date. Collectors often search for coins with repunched mint marks or unusually strong or weak strike features. A well-struck coin from Denver in high-grade condition can fetch attention at auctions, especially if it has minor anomalies that make it stand out from everyday circulation coins. What truly excites collectors about the 1987 Roosevelt dime, however, is spotting errors that make it rare. Some coins were accidentally struck off-center, where the design is slightly shifted from the center of the coin, creating a unique visual effect. Others may have clipping errors, where a portion of the coin's edge is missing due to a misfeed during the minting process. These errors are highly sought after because they are unpredictable, unrepeatable, and each coin is truly one of a kind. Even small planchet defects or slight variations in rim thickness can make a dime a collector's dream. Now, you might be wondering about the coin's value. A standard circulated 1987 Roosevelt dime is worth exactly its face value of 10 cents. But when you start looking for rare varieties, uncirculated coins, or error coins, the value can rise substantially. High-grade, flawless uncirculated examples may be worth $5 to $10 in today's market, while coins with interesting errors or double dies could fetch $50 or more at auctions, depending on rarity and condition. For serious collectors hunting these coins, every dime could hold a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Collectors also love the 1987 dime because it's relatively modern yet can show unique characteristics if preserved in pristine condition. Proof coins, which are specially struck for collectors with a mirror-like finish, are especially prized. If you happen to find a 1987 proof Roosevelt dime in perfect condition, it can carry a market value of $20 or more, particularly if it's a rare variant with unusual features that are verified by professional grading services. The beauty of collecting coins like the 1987 Roosevelt dime is not just about the monetary value, it's about the thrill of discovery. Imagine holding a dime in your hand that was minted nearly 40 years ago, possibly carrying subtle errors or design variations that make it one of a kind. Each coin tells a story, from the hand of John R. Cynic, to the minting press, to the moment it entered circulation and eventually found its way into your collection. For many collectors, the joy comes not just from the price but from the connection to history and the hunt for perfection. So, if you're digging through your old coins or even pocket change, give that 1987 Roosevelt dime a closer look. Examine it under light for doubling, unusual markings, or minting errors. Compare it with other coins in your collection. Sometimes, the most unassuming coins hide the most exciting surprises. And if you do discover a coin with a rare feature, don't rush to sell it, document it, research it, and consider having it graded professionally. Proper grading can significantly enhance the coin's value, making it more appealing to serious collectors around the world. That we love hearing from fellow coin enthusiasts here on USA Old Coins, so comment below if you find interesting coins in your collection, especially 1987 Roosevelt dimes. Share the details with us, and we'll provide information about their rarity, errors, and potential market value. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes the smallest dime can reveal the biggest secrets. To sum up, the Roosevelt 1 dime 1987 may appear ordinary, but with a collector's eye, it becomes a window into minting history, rare varieties, and the excitement of coin collecting. In today's market, a standard circulated 1987 Roosevelt dime is worth 10 cents, while uncirculated and proof examples can range from $5 to $20, and error coins or rare varieties can fetch $50 or more at auction. So, don't underestimate this small coin, it could hold big surprises. If you enjoyed this detailed look at the 1987 Roosevelt dime, make sure to subscribe to USA Old Coins, like this video, and comment below about your own coins so we can provide information about them. Your next treasure could be waiting in your own collection. Stay curious, keep collecting, and remember, the story behind every coin is just as valuable as the coin itself. Top 2. Hello, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome back to USA Old Coins, the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating stories, hidden values, and rare varieties of American coins. Today, we are exploring a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but has a world of intrigue beneath its surface, the Roosevelt 1 dime 1999. This coin may be found in your pocket change or old collections, but for collectors, it holds potential rarities and subtle errors that can turn a simple dime into a prized treasure. So pay close attention, because every detail matters, and this story is worth hearing carefully. The Roosevelt dime has been an iconic part of American currency since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership through the Great Depression and World War II shaped the nation. John R. Cynic designed the coin, and his initials, JS, appear subtly on the obverse below Roosevelt's neck. On the reverse, we see a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. While the design is classic, collectors know that the charm of the dime lies in the subtle details, the small differences that distinguish one coin from thousands of others. The 1999 Roosevelt dime was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, while Denver coins have a small D near the date. While millions of these dimes were produced for circulation, collectors often focus on the subtle variations that make certain coins rare. One key area is die varieties, where small differences in the die used to strike the coin result in features like doubled letters or numbers. Even slight doubling on Liberty, the date, 1999, or In God We Trust, can transform a regular dime into a collectible item with enhanced value. Error coins are particularly exciting for collectors, and the 1999 dime has its share of these hidden gems. Off-center strikes are one of the most sought-after errors. In these cases, the coin's design is shifted from the center, creating a unique appearance. No two off-center coins are exactly alike, making them one-of-a-kind treasures. Clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a minting mishap, are also highly prized. Even die cracks or die clashes, often tiny and difficult to spot, can significantly increase a coin's interest and value. Collectors love these errors because they are unrepeatable and unpredictable, giving every coin a story that is entirely unique. The strike quality of the 1999 dime also plays a major role in its collectability. Some coins were struck with exceptional clarity, highlighting the sharp details of Roosevelt's portrait and the torch, olive, and oak branches on the reverse. Coins with strong strikes and perfectly centered designs are particularly appealing to collectors because they show the minting process at its best. Conversely, coins with weak strikes or slight imperfections can also attract interest if they display unusual patterns that set them apart from standard circulation coins. Proof coins from 1999 are another area of excitement. These were specially struck for collectors with mirror-like surfaces and frosted details. Proof coins offer a perfect view of the coin's intricate design and are highly sought after in high grades. A proof 1999 Roosevelt dime in pristine condition, especially one with subtle errors or unusual characteristics, can command attention and higher prices among collectors and at auction. Now let's discuss market value, which is always a key consideration for collectors. A standard circulated 1999 Roosevelt dime is worth exactly its face value of 10 cents. However, uncirculated coins, especially those in high-grade condition, can sell for $3 to $10 in today's market. Coins with noticeable errors, such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or die doubling, can fetch $50 or more at auction depending on rarity and condition. Proof versions in pristine condition can be valued at $20 to $30, particularly if they show unusual features that make them stand out from standard examples. For collectors, the thrill is in the hunt. Every dime could conceal a rare gem waiting to be discovered. What makes collecting coins like the 1999 Roosevelt dime truly fascinating is the sense of discovery and connection to history. Imagine holding a dime minted over 20 years ago, examining it under a magnifying glass, and noticing a slight doubling, a tiny off-center strike, or a clipped edge that makes it unique. Each coin tells a story, from the minting press to circulation and eventually to your collection. This is what makes coin collecting not just about monetary value, but about connecting with history in a tangible and personal way. For those of you going through old coins, keep a careful eye on your 1999 dimes. Look for subtle mint mark differences, doubling, off-center strikes, and unusual markings. Even small imperfections can transform an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. If you discover a coin with errors or unique features, consider having it professionally graded. Proper grading enhances its value and ensures collectors worldwide recognize the coin's authenticity and rarity. Here at USA Old Coins, we love hearing from fellow collectors. Comment below if you find interesting 1999 Roosevelt dimes or other coins in your collection, and we will help you understand their rarity, potential value, and unique characteristics. Sharing your finds strengthens the coin collecting community and helps uncover hidden treasures in everyday collections. In conclusion, the Roosevelt 1 dime 1999 is more than a 10-cent coin. It is a piece of history, a collectible item, and a potential treasure for careful collectors. In today's market, a standard circulated 1999 dime is worth 10 cents, uncirculated examples range from $3 to $10, proof coins can sell for $20 to $30, and error coins or rare varieties can fetch $50 or more at auction. Every coin has a story, and the 1999 dime is no exception. That if you enjoyed this detailed exploration of the 1999 Roosevelt dime, make sure to subscribe to USA Old Coins, like this video, and comment below about your own coins so we can provide information about them. Keep collecting, stay curious, and remember, the story behind every coin is just as valuable as the coin itself. Top 3. Hello, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome back to USA Old Coins, the channel where we explore the fascinating history, secrets, and value hidden in every coin minted in the United States. Today, we're turning our attention to a modern yet highly intriguing piece of American currency, the Roosevelt 1 dime 2000. At first glance, it may seem like just another dime, but for collectors, this coin has stories, errors, and rarities that make it incredibly interesting. So pay close attention and enjoy this deep dive into a coin that could be hiding untapped value in your collection. The Roosevelt dime has been a mainstay in American currency since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose legacy of leadership during challenging times inspired the nation. Designed by John R. Sinek, the dime has a simple yet striking design. The obverse features a distinguished profile of Roosevelt, with his initials, J.S., subtly placed below his neck. The reverse proudly displays a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. While the 2000 dime may appear ordinary to the untrained, collectors know that small details, mint marks, and production quirks can dramatically influence its rarity and value. One of the first things collectors look for is the mint mark. The 2000 dimes were struck in both Philadelphia, which carries no mint mark, and Denver, which features a small D near the date. A keen collector's eye will notice subtle differences in strike quality and positioning between the two mints. But what makes certain 2000 dimes truly exciting is when unusual errors or varieties appear. Even a small doubling of letters or numbers, like Liberty or the date, 2000, can make a dime rare and highly sought after in the collector's market. Error coins are the crown jewels for collectors, and the 2000 Roosevelt dime has its share. Some coins were accidentally struck off-center, where the design shifts slightly from the center of the coin, giving it a unique and unmistakable look. Others may exhibit clipping errors, where part of the coin's edge is missing due to a misfeed during the minting process. Even subtle die cracks or die clashes, often invisible to the casual observer, can make a coin stand out dramatically to a collector. Coins with these kinds of errors are usually one of a kind and cannot be reproduced, which adds to their rarity and allure. Another point of interest is the coin's strike quality. Some 2000 dimes were struck with a stronger impression, creating sharper details on Roosevelt's portrait, the torch, and the branches. Coins with exceptionally strong strikes or perfectly centered designs are highly valued by collectors because they showcase the minting process at its finest. On the other hand, weak strikes, though more common, are sometimes considered desirable if they create unusual patterns that differ from standard coins. Collectors also pay attention to proof versions of the 2000 dime. Proof coins are specially struck with mirror-like finishes, and the 2000 proof Roosevelt dime is no exception. These coins were made specifically for collectors, featuring deep mirrors and sharp, frosted designs. A proof 2000 dime in perfect condition, especially with any unusual characteristics, can be significantly more valuable than a standard circulation coin. Now let's talk about market value, which is always the part that excites collectors the most. A regular circulated 2000 Roosevelt dime is worth exactly its face value of 10 cents. However, uncirculated coins or those with minor minting anomalies can be worth $3 to $10 in today's collector market. Coins that feature noticeable errors, such as off-center strikes, doubling, or clipped planchets, can fetch $50 or more at auction depending on condition and rarity. Proof versions in pristine condition may sell for $20 to $30, especially if they exhibit unique features that make them stand out from the rest. For collectors who enjoy hunting for rare finds, every 2000 dime could hold hidden treasure. What makes collecting coins like the 2000 Roosevelt dime truly exciting is the sense of discovery. Imagine holding a coin minted over 2 decades ago, carefully inspecting it under a magnifying glass, and noticing an unusual detail that sets it apart from thousands of other coins. This thrill of discovery, the connection to history, and the opportunity to own something unique are what make coin collecting so addictive and satisfying. Each dime is not just a piece of metal, it's a story of the minting process, historical context, and the journey through countless hands before arriving in your collection. So, if you're sorting through old coins or your change jar, take a closer look at the 2000 Roosevelt dime. Examine it for doubling, mint-marked varieties, off-center strikes, or unusual marks. Sometimes the most ordinary coins can reveal the most extraordinary surprises. And if you find a coin with rare features, don't rush to sell it, consider having it professionally graded to maximize its market value. Coins that are verified by grading services often sell for significantly higher prices at auction, especially rare varieties with unusual characteristics. Here at USA Old Coins, we love hearing from fellow collectors. Comment below if you find interesting 2000 Roosevelt dimes in your collection, and we'll provide information about their rarity, errors, and potential value. Sharing knowledge about coins helps everyone discover hidden treasures and deepens our appreciation for this hobby. To summarize, the Roosevelt 1 dime 2000 is more than just 10 cents. It's a coin that holds the potential for discovery, rare errors, and collector excitement. In today's market, a standard circulated 2000 dime is worth 10 cents, while uncirculated and proof coins can range from $3 to $30, and error coins or rare varieties can fetch $50 or more at auction. Even the smallest dime can tell a big story and hold a special place in your collection. If you enjoyed this detailed look at the 2000 Roosevelt dime, make sure to subscribe to USA Old Coins, like this video, and comment below about your own coins so we can provide information about them. Keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, the story behind every coin is just as valuable as the coin itself. Top 4. Hello, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome back to USA Old Coins, the channel where we uncover the fascinating stories, hidden values, and rare varieties behind the coins of the United States. Today, we're exploring a coin that might look ordinary at first glance but holds secrets that can make any collector's heart race, the Roosevelt 1 dime 2003. Stick with me because this coin is more than just 10 cents, it's a piece of history, a potential treasure, and a window into the minting process that makes every detail important. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple in American currency since 1946, created to honor the remarkable legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. He was a leader whose vision and determination guided the country through challenging times, and this coin celebrates his contributions. The obverse of the coin shows a dignified profile of Roosevelt, while the reverse features the iconic torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Designed by John R. Sinek, whose initials, JS, appear subtly on the coin, the dime may seem simple, but collectors know that every line, curve, and strike tells a story. The 2003 Roosevelt dime was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with Philadelphia coins having no mint mark and Denver coins displaying a small D near the date. While millions of these dimes were produced, certain examples stand out to collectors due to varieties and errors that are hidden in plain sight. For instance, some coins exhibit subtle doubling of letters or numbers, known as double dies, which can significantly increase a coin's value. A small doubling on the word Liberty or the date 2003 can transform a standard dime into a collector's item. One of the most exciting aspects of the 2003 dime is the presence of error coins. These include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks. An off-center strike occurs when the coin is not properly aligned in the press, causing the design to shift from the center. This type of error is highly sought after because no two off-center coins are alike. Clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's edge is missing due to a minting mishap, are another rarity that collectors treasure. Even small die cracks or tiny imperfections can make a 2003 dime much more interesting and valuable than its face value suggests. Strike quality is another area where collectors pay attention. Some 2003 dimes were struck with exceptional clarity, resulting in sharp details on Roosevelt's portrait and the torch and branches on the reverse. Coins with perfectly centered designs and strong strikes are often preferred by collectors because they represent the minting process at its best. On the other hand, coins with slight imperfections, though less common, can also be highly desirable if they display unique features or patterns that differ from standard circulation coins. The 2003 Roosevelt dime also has proof versions, specially struck for collectors with mirror-like finishes and frosted details. Proof coins are made with extra care and precision, and any unusual characteristics on a proof 2003 dime, such as a die clash or a small minting anomaly, can significantly enhance its value. For collectors, owning a proof coin is like holding a perfectly preserved piece of minting history. Now, let's discuss value, which is always a key interest for collectors. A standard circulated 2003 Roosevelt dime is worth exactly 10 cents. However, uncirculated coins in high-grade condition can sell for $3 to $10 in today's market. Coins with noticeable errors, like off-center strikes or clipped planchets, can fetch $50 or more at auction, depending on rarity and condition. Proof versions in pristine condition, especially those with unusual features, may be valued at $20 to $30. For collectors, the hunt for these rare coins is part of the thrill. Every dime could hold a hidden surprise waiting to be discovered. What makes collecting coins like the 2003 Roosevelt dime so fascinating is the combination of history, craftsmanship, and discovery. Imagine picking up a dime minted over 20 years ago and noticing a small doubling, an off-center strike, or an unusual planchet that sets it apart from thousands of others. Each coin tells a story, from the hand of the mint worker to the press, to circulation, and finally into the hands of a collector. This is what makes coin collecting not just about value, but about connecting with history in a tangible way. For those of you sorting through old coins, keep a keen eye on your 2003 dimes. Look for subtle mint mark variations, doubling, off-center strikes, and other anomalies. Even the tiniest detail can turn an ordinary dime into a rare collectible. If you discover an error or unique feature, consider having it professionally graded. Verified coins often command significantly higher prices at auctions, and professional grading ensures that your discovery is recognized and preserved for years to come. Here at USA Old Coins, we love hearing from our fellow collectors. Comment below if you find interesting 2003 Roosevelt dimes or other coins in your collection, and we'll help you understand their rarity, potential value, and unique features. Sharing your finds creates a community where collectors can learn from each other and appreciate the hidden treasures around us. In summary, the Roosevelt 1 dime 2003 may look ordinary, but it holds incredible potential for collectors. In today's market, a standard circulated 2003 dime is worth 10 cents, Uncirculated examples can range from $3 to $10, proof coins may sell for $20 to $30, and error coins or rare varieties can fetch $50 or more at auction. Every coin has a story, and the 2003 dime is no exception. If you enjoyed this detailed exploration of the 2003 Roosevelt dime, make sure to subscribe to USA Old Coins, like this video, and comment below about your own coins so we can provide information about them. Keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, the story behind every coin is just as valuable as the coin itself.